Good morning, travelers. This is Tara at Hidden Lotus Tarot, and we're about to get started with the Twin Star Gemini Sun Moon Rising general reading for November 2015. I have already pre-shuffled the cards, and we're going to go ahead and shuffle them a bit more and then get straight to the reading. Remember, this is a general reading, so the messages may not resonate with all of you, in which case I suggest you go back and look at your moon and rising sign video as they're posted. And if you recognize a situation in the cards that I'm speaking about and you'd like more insight into it, the best way to do that is to purchase a personal reading. And you can find that information in the About Box link on my channel. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. It's starting to feel like fall outside. It's nice and cool here. I'm going to do this one more time and put a good rifle on it. Okay, I do have the Sabilas and the Heart Oracle deck. Hopefully that can help us flesh out anything that I see that's not quite clear. All right, here we go. No cards popped out, so let's see what happens. We have the Knight of Wands. Wow, the Knight of Pentacles. The Three of Wands. The Moon card. The Ten of Cups. The Eight of Cups. The Hermit. The Eight of Wands. And the Hanged Man. Now let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Four of Wands. Okay. Let me take a look here and see what is happening. Okay. Right off the bat, we have these two big spiritual cards. The Hermit, well, actually three, I'm sorry. The Moon, the Hermit, and the Hangman. So basically, whatever this situation is, there is some uncertainty about it. Perhaps some fear, and will require the use of intuition if you can muster that up. These two cards, are huge kind of pause and wait whenever we see these. The Hermit is the guy who withdraws for whatever reason in order to gain some spiritual insight. He seeks the answers to, questions that, like, what's the one, the Buddhist one, what's the sound of one hand clapping? So he goes into retreat and studies things. He thinks, he ponders, he meditates. He may fast. He may, he basically just kind of withdraws. What I find interesting is that it has come up underneath the moon, which to me says that there is perhaps some issue in terms of getting in touch with the answers that you need to whatever questions you have. And then we have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is always a pause and reflect moment. This is the person who willingly makes a self-sacrifice. Now, I find that interesting because we have two cards of self-sacrifice. Typically when the Hermit does his retreat, when he comes out and he can share with you the knowledge that he has. Unlike the High Priestess, who will ponder and ponder and ponder, knows the answers, but she doesn't always share them with you. This guy comes out and he'll share the answers with you. But you have to seek him out in order to get those answers. This is a moment of self-sacrifice, or a moment of pause and wait, in which you're being asked to view your situation from a different perspective. You can see that this guy's hanging upside down, but he doesn't even look like he's uncomfortable. He looks very comfortable in his situation, and he's doing it willingly. Now it looks as though there are two things going on at the same time. We have this Knight of Wands, and we know that wands represent fire, energy, passion. It's about skills and getting things done, having the drive and the ambition. And then we have this Knight of Pentacles. This is the slow, steady, reliable, dependable. Some people say this knight is boring, but this knight is always somebody you can depend on. And they're faced in opposite directions, as you can see. They're faced in opposite directions. So it's as if there are two things going on at the same time, and they are really diametrically opposed. There's nothing in between them, perhaps, that can help bridge this gap. This could be about work altogether. Perhaps you don't have the energy that you normally have to get things done, and that could be affecting your money. But then too, this card, in terms of passion and a gift, this could be related to a romantic situation. We have a fire sign and an earth sign. It could even be a water sign, because we have in the center these three cards that deal with a water sign. Either way it goes, it looks as though you have, you're looking out for something. Your ship to come in, perhaps you're looking out for different possibilities. It's as though you are trying to really just maintain and find the balance between whatever these two situations are that you're kind of not sure about. The Knight of Wands typically is somebody who rushes in quite quickly, creates a big buzz, and then he leaves. But at the bottom of this, we have this, so it's as if the cards are saying that if this is an energy that's coming in, hold on, if this is an energy coming in, or if this is a person coming in, this person may rush in quite quickly, and then all of a sudden they're going to withdraw. Okay? And this is perhaps what this uncertainty is. This Knight of Pentacles, however, falls right above this 10 of Cups. Now, we know that this is the completion of a cycle of 10, and it does have to do with a happy home life. You have the couple, the kids, the cups in the sky, the house in the background, and everybody's dancing around. And there is perhaps some news coming in. The Eight of Wands is always about things moving fast, things moving swiftly. It can even portend travel and messages. And I find that interesting to fall in the line with this Knight, because we know that the Knight is slow, reliable, and steady. But it's as if whatever this is, okay, this uncertainty, it is directly related to this issue. And then there is a, in a sense, a walking away. And this card, typically when someone walks away, it means that they've been disappointed, they're tired of, perhaps getting the same result, and they walk away because they need perhaps to do a little bit more spiritual work, which I find also interesting, because we have the two cards of the Hermit and the Hangman. So this looks as whatever this situation is that it's going to require some more work, some more internal work, some more spiritual work. The overall energy is this. Oh, there it is. Whatever this is, rest assured that it is already built upon a firm foundation. And this is what this card means. This is fours are stable energy. They're not the Three of Wands, where you're still contemplating and thinking about things. So perhaps during the month of November, you're going to be faced with feeling not quite yourself, trying to decide which direction in which to go in. There's going to be some uncertainty and some fear, some perhaps mixed emotions. This row in the center is really speaking very clearly that whatever this is, you're going to know something. And I think with these two cards in the center, you're going to have to really, really, really seek the answers. And I want to see what really this moon card is about. Even in the diagonal here of wanting to move ahead towards whatever this means to you, you got this Hermit. And then you got this Knight of Wands, again with the diagonal across here. And again, you're going to have to look at it from a different perspective. And even this, in the center, you know, your intuition is you're being asked to tap into your intuition to figure out how to get to here, whatever this may mean. If this is a relationship issue, if this is a financial issue, if it's a family issue, and it does seem to revolve around family and family life. It's as if there are decisions that need to be made, and one is unsure about which direction which to go. This is a very interesting spread. So let's see if we can, if this moon card can tell us something here about what's happening. Because this is a huge stop and go kind of an energy. It's quite interesting to see that you have these two big spiritual cards right in the center of these messages. Is as if you are doing the work, you're going along, and then you stop. Then you go along again, and then you stop. And then you stay stopped for a while, you get something coming in, and then you stop again. But it will all lead you to here eventually. The cards are funny this morning. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what this is telling me is that this is something that's based around a financial issue with the moon card. Perhaps there are some things that are, we have the amalato. This is the sick person. So we can read this in two ways. This is a past success, and this has to do with, of course, money and finances or security. And we can look at this to say that there is definitely some doubt. Perhaps your finances are not, you're not being as successful in your livelihood as you used to be. Let's say that your business is sick or ill, you don't know what to do about it. Perhaps you're getting some inklings, or you're trying to trust your intuition and you're not quite sure what to do. Or it could be that you yourself are feeling rather out of sorts because you're so used to being successful, and right now you've got this cycle where it appears that nothing is going the way that it should. So you're being asked to, and this is all kind of hidden. So this is what the message of the card says, for you to come along and really, really contemplate and meditate on what it is that you need to do. You will be getting some kind of news, but again, you're being asked to view things from a different perspective. Okay, now, as I said, it was two situations. So what we have on the Eight of Cups is pretty apt. We have the card of fidelity, someone thinking about it, and love. So it appears as though someone has walked away from a situation. What I'm not getting is that the person is done and finished. What I'm getting is that the person really needs the time away to contemplate what is going on, to view the situation from a different perspective. And I would tend to think that if their finances or their business are not right, then perhaps at this point in time, they don't have enough energy to sustain or devote to dealing with relationship issues. Let's go ahead and take a look at what since we're on this row, go ahead and take a look at what this Ten of Cups is all about. Okay, it appears as though there may have been an end with a lover that was, it's an end of a positive phase. So perhaps during the midst of all of this, is as if it was a perfect storm. You have two things coming together at once that really are, it's like a tower event. everything crashing down around you at once, and you're trying to figure out, and you're being asked, really, the universe is coming in to ask you to go back in and get a different game plan. And I would think that it's all going to come right at some point in time. It's not going to be a big, huge, major gain, but it's going to come right because it's already, whatever this is you have going on with your finances, even if your job or your finances, your success is flagging or flailing a little bit, and your relationship, you just ended a relationship at the same time, and it's like, oh my God, it's just too much crap for me to deal with right now. You still have a pretty good foundation on which to build going forward. And that's the message of the cards. Just try to do the best that you can. Really, that's all you can do. And I hope that this information, if someone is going through this, that it helps. If you like more insight into it, you can contact me for a personal reading at hiddenlotustarot@gmail.com. And just try to stay calm during the month of November. Try to remain balanced. And I feel that everything's going to turn out okay. Yeah, okay. It's just going to be kind of tough, but you can do it. I know you can. All right, until next time, thank you so much, and namaste, travelers.